Howdy do, come on in. It's time. It's that time of day, night, or whatever. Once again, it's Friday here, Saturday other places. If you're on the replay crew, I don't have a clue what day it is, but I'm Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette, where you are. So it's so good to have you here joining us, because we have a wonderful special guest tonight, Justine Hovey. She's up late in the night over in Germany just to spend time with you guys. It's pretty nice. I think that's just really sweet. I couldn't do it for her. Sorry, Justine, but I'm so glad that she's doing it for us. This is episode 250. If you don't know what Craft Roulette is and you're just kind of stumbling by, Craft Roulette is the ultimate original paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are live almost every Friday night. And when we're here, we would love to have you join us because we got a great big old worldwide craft table, and we'd love to have you sit right here beside us and join us with your card making or whatever you want to do. If you want to just sit there and relax, you've worked hard maybe this week, do it. Just relax. It's fun. We're glad you're here. We're going to be spinning a wheel and making some cards. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do yet. That's kind of what Craft Roulette is all about. If you watched those beautiful cards that were just rolling by before the show started, those were from last week. We had 391, and if you love them or you hate them, the Zoifolds came. You did it, you guys. You did so many great Zoifolds, which was a made-up card, but all cards are made up at some point. You know, when they moved from stone to paper, it was all made up. The A2 wasn't invented until someday. So the Zoifold now is in the Craftiverse, and so have fun with it. If you don't know what it is, well, it's okay. There's a lot of information over on Craft Roulette 249. We had 7 videos this week, too, and I watched them. I liked them very much. So there's also 7 videos available over on craftroulette.live, episode 249, where they explain Zoifolds. So if you want to learn more, it's all over there. Thank you guys so much for sending in those cards. If you send in a card, you will be eligible for some great giveaways later in the show. Stay tuned. Housekeeping, what do we have? We have under 50 seats for Paper Ganza. It's what we have. We have under 50 seats for Paper Ganza. That's our live event that will be coming to Kansas City in July. If you want to know more information on that, it's paperganza.com. We've got great teachers. We've got great games. We've got craftertainment, boys and girls. And we will be live doing it still makes me a little bit nervous. My palms just sweated a little bit. But we will be doing Craft Roulette live in front of our friends in the event. So I can't wait to hear them all go, what is Craft Roulette at one time, and whoa at one time. It's gonna be wonderful. Thank you guys so much for registering. You can register over on paperganza.com. We have subscribe and share. You know the routine. This is YouTube. Do this thing on the deal and subscribe. We would love that, so that you don't miss us, and to be able to tell YouTube that, yeah, this is kind of a fun little thing, and we're glad they're doing it. Let's share it with some other folks. We have some great spin sponsors, like I said, this month, because I turned the page and I kind of forgot that I had some other people lined up, like May Made It is giving away $25 this month each week. And Relatively Thoughtful is giving away a generous gift certificate each week. She's got beautiful Jane Austen-y kind of things. Oh, Card Making Summit. That rings a bell. Oh, yeah, that's Justine's. She's going to tell us more about that later. That's a VIP ticket that she's giving away. Olo, the Heart of Color is giving away a $25 gift certificate as well. Plus, Lori will be with us next week. And Your Paper Insider, who just sent out a beautiful box of paper, is giving away a box of paper, not the new one, but another one every week this month. So all you have to do is join us in this challenge. We will be discussing that as we go along. Would we like to meet Mr. Producer's hands? 2 hands tonight. Yes, 2 hands. There are those bony little fingers. He's been working them to the bone on paper Ganza and on Craft Roulette. And we are always glad to see that they're still functioning, that they haven't locked up or something. And that's another thing that we're going to have at Paper Ganza is Mr. Producer. Who's ready to meet Mr. Producer? The unknown. He's going to, I know. Sometimes I think maybe we should just show his hands.
We might have to add another tier on for that.
Like autographs and pictures.
Yeah.
Extra bone tips, beer tips.
Yep.
Yeah. He's working it. Anyway, that is the man behind all of the tech and all the show. We couldn't do it without him. And he will be busy when it comes to July. So I'm looking forward to see how he works that all out. Oh, we do have craftroulette.live/shop where you can get lovely togs. This is not it. This is a lovely tog. And our stamps, our die sets, and all that kind of thing. Check it out over on craftroulette.live/shop. We do have some wonderful members to welcome this week. Thank you guys for becoming part of our membership group. Barb Leesky, maybe. Martin Pilbeam, Lucinda S., and Jenny Lordahl. I look forward to getting to know you on some Zoom calls and such. Thank you so much. And by the way, Silver and Up we have a Zoom call after this show. So don't go to bed right away because we are going to be talking. Yeah, time to get together and see what's new with you all. That's enough from me. Let's turn the floor over to our lovely guest, shall we? Justine Hovey from Germany. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
You look so cozy.
I am cozy. I'm in my pajama bottoms and this ginormous sweater, and it's winter time, and yeah, it's time to craft.
I think that's a lovely plan. You fit right in. You're dressed appropriately if you have pajama bottoms on, because we always talk about our stretchy pants that we always have to stretch with the parameters. So you're appropriately dressed. Well done. Perfect. Welcome to Craft Roulette again. It's been a while.
It has been a while. I really wish I lived in a better time zone and could do this more often.
I know. It is hard. We well, you were on World Card Making Day, so that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was nice. Fun. You have been a busy girl. You've moved. You have a baby. You have the summit coming up. Yeah. Tell us a little bit, before we dive into all those things, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
So for those who don't know me, I'm Justine. I have been around since the dinosaurs of card making, or at least the dinosaurs of YouTube. And so I am a card maker. I mainly love to just teach people what to do with all those supplies you bought. And so I do YouTube. I have a membership. I have all those things. And I'm hosting the Create With Your Card Making Stash Summit to just help. We have three great days of, color combinations, layouts, and choosing a focus to help you get the most out of all the supplies that you own. So that's my passion, teaching. I'm a teacher by day, like normally that's my job. And so I love teaching others, even just in card making. So that's pretty much me. I am Canadian. I live in Germany. And as Mary said, I'm in the transition of moving right now to the Alps. So I'm excited about that. And I think I have enough craft supplies with me to get through a craft roulette, I hope. If not, we'll have to be really creative. And I'm looking forward to spending the next hour or so with you guys.
Well, we're glad to have you. Yeah. There's quite a few teachers in our group too. I think we all kind of had that. I don't really like teaching. But I not anymore. I think I used to like it, okay. But I would kind of get on a little idea and then go, voot, 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 and I kind of craft rouletted it my whole teaching career. So it was like, that lesson plan thing out the window.
I'm not a lesson plan. I'm a type B teacher, I call it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Montessori teacher, right? And that's more hands-on kind of.
Everything is spontaneous. Everything is not planned. So it's just based on what the kids are curious about that day. And that's my type of learning. I taught in normal schools and it was fun too, but I love the spontaneity of, just being able to do whatever.
Yeah. You're kind of like a bring on the wheel kind of teacher. Yeah. Let's take our lessons for a spin and see where we end up. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it. Well, we're going to talk more about the summit and life in general and card making and is card making dead and all those things from your channel. And, but did you have a question for me?
What is craft roulette?
She's sharp. That is on the lesson plan every week. Well done, Chatterbox. So glad you're here. Thank you so very, very much, Mr. Producer. Always a privilege and a pleasure to work with you. Justine, I look forward to seeing what we come up with tonight. But first, what is craft roulette? We'll be right back.
Did somebody ask what craft roulette is?
In a nutshell, Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel, and everyone is invited to play along. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. The wheel has 24 spots to land on, but the spot it lands on might not always be a parameter. It could be a special, like guest's choice, a vetoed parameter, or other fun surprises. When you add the infinite creativity of our community and try and calculate the possible options, square the fun, carry the glitter, divide by the imagination, you end up with a near limitless amount of possible projects. Whoa. We invite a special guest on each week to share their unique spin on our challenge. If you'd like to participate, you don't have to create live with us. You can sit back and enjoy the show. Once the episode airs, you have around 50 hours to finish your own project using the same 4 parameters from this episode and submit, so don't delay too long. After your project is ready, take a photo and head over to our website. Use the Submit Contribution form to officially contribute. The form is open to the public and no membership is required. Everyone who contributes will be featured on our website, included in the next episode slideshow, and automatically entered into the next giveaway. When you visit www.craftroulette.live, you'll find all of our past episodes along with their contribution gallery, the current wheel parameters, info on how to participate, a calendar of upcoming guests, links to our spin sponsors, contact and prize claim forms, our shop, and a huge membership platform. But more on that later. And that's Craft Roulette. If you like what we do, please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your crafty friends who might enjoy it too.
Everyone is invited to join in the fun.
We like to celebrate around here, so before we spin for this week's set of parameters, we're going to look back at last week one last time and highlight some of our community's achievements. And now, back to the show.
Well, that's what Craft Roulette is, and we are here almost every Friday. I mean, we're every Friday in 2024, and I don't think we're going to make it this year. I think we'll make it 51 weeks, but it'll be fine. We're here enough that we can say almost every week. There were 391 drops, or little pinpoints dropping in on that map. Look at you guys. So we're up to 49,320 total contributions. Over the almost 5 years, we'll have our 5th year anniversary in March. So looking forward to celebrating that with everybody. Well done. I think you guys did great. There was my silly little card with Hamish, the dog. We did have Zoifold Elegant Colors front door for element and 3 circles. I wrote a note here. Gwen Simmons said that she thought she overthought Zoifold, which I think a lot of people did. They were trying to make it harder than it really is. And Hat Trick Smith, who was a part of inventing the Zoifold, said that it bring her great Zoe. So that's how it is around here. Oh, I got a Zoe. That was my card. And so you can see how it opens a little differently. I did add an extra flap inside. It was fun to make. I enjoyed it. There's Lydia's card from Understand Blue. You can see she took a completely different approach to her Zoifold, even though it's still a Zoifold, than I did. Her elegant colors included orange, which I kind of really appreciate. Her front door was on that itty bitty little house, and you can see she did more than 3 circles. It was fun to have you on, Lydia. It always is. You and your wit. You're a good one. Thank you so much for joining us. Now we're going to celebrate our parade of achievers. This is a time where we get to say hurrah, hurrah for some of our people that have sent in contributions, including 6 first-timers. Well done. You did a Zoifold for your first card. And we have 2 new to Mug Club. That means they have sent in 100 cards, and we would like to welcome Amy Ulan and Kim Miller to Mug Club. Need to email me so I can send you your personal Mug Club stamp with Roulette the robot on it. Yep, do that. That'd be great. And we have 2 new to Club 52. Before we get started, we do have a leading lady Patty Beck update. She is home, and she's glad about that. She did get her card in now. Will she get in her card this week? I bet she will. Back surgery and all. So we'll see how that all turns out. But I wanted to update you. She's doing great. She's tired and sore, but she's doing it. So we're glad for you. Thank you, Patty, for hanging in there. Welcome back, Justine, for our parade of achievers. There you are. Are you ready?
I am. I'm excited to see these.
They're all so different. It's so much fun to see them in little chunks because 391's a lot to handle. But little chunks, it's fun. So let's welcome some first-timers. I hope I get their names right. I probably won't.
Fear of every teacher.
Oh. Dean from Florida.
So cute.
You open it up and it's a whole scene. Barb L from Washington.
Oh, I love this. I want to open them all up.
I don't blame you. Paula P from Michigan.
Oh, pretty paper.
Look at that front door. Brenda Wallace, Branson, Missouri.
Beautiful wreath. Love that.
Tasha Folk from Texas.
Food and family. That's life.
Good point. Regan Kirk from Texas.
Oh, so wintry. Love it.
Probably looks like out your side your window.
Yep.
Major milestone achievers are like 25, 50, 75, and so forth. Deanna Glens from California.
Oh, I see some pretty pink posh.
It turned out good. It's a cute card. Jill Pounds from Ohio. Sweet card.
Oh, so cute. Love that house.
Becky D from Utah.
Ooh, vintage. Love it.
Uh-huh. With antiques, I think it's charming.
Mm-hmm.
Carla Cards for Cancer from Georgia. 50 cards.
Love the expression there.
Kathy W from Tennessee. 50 cards.
Beautiful.
I know, they're so different. Donna Dunn, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I love birdhouses. Cute.
Lots of panels. You can do a lot. Beth Boole from Washington.
Love the window.
Mm-hmm. With the kitty. Creative Cindy from Michigan, 75.
Very cute.
And it opens up all brown. Jody Karras, Florida, 75 cards. Sorry, Jody. I shouldn't have tried. Julie Radu from California, 75.
Love it.
Her circles were knots in the embossing folder. Amy Ulan, 100 cards. Congratulations, Amy.
Oh, love your little mic. So cute.
Kim Miller, another 100 for you. Well done. Cheers.
That is a perfect sentiment for that.
Paula Rice, 125 cards. Thank
Very
you,
nice.
Paula. Camille Ernst, 175 cards.
So cute.
Rebecca Ann, or Beck Ann from Ohio, 175, and she has a video.
So adorable.
Well done, everybody. Our leading ladies this week. Smurf Murphy, who I get to meet in July, 210.
Love the cursive.
Jackie Jackpot Muller, 211.
Beautiful coloring.
Yes. Kathy Herring from Wisconsin, 214.
Oh, same. Very nice.
5K, now 6K Lamone, 217.
Love those bricks.
Yeah, they're cute. Hard Monkey Jarvis, 227 with the
Beautiful
topiaries.
card. Hi, Ellen.
Topiary circles. Patty Beck, our leading lady with 245 cards.
Oh, love it.
Welcome to Club 52. Means you have sent in 52 cards. Catherine S. from Indiana. There's a video on that too, I think. Lisa Johnson from Oklahoma. 52 cards complete with duck. Well done. Celebrate yourselves. That was good. That was so many good cards. So many different cards. We had vintage. We had very graphic. We had classic. We had colored. We had dyes. It just never ceases to amaze me how many different kinds of styles we get. There's not a one size fits all, even though, like you were saying, there's still 4 little words that they're working with.
Yeah.
So, well done. Congratulations to you all. I know there's a couple more that will be turning to major milestones this week. I'm excited for you, but we got to find out what our parameters are first.
Yeah.
Everybody take a deep breath. Here we go. Bring on the wheel. Please, Mr. Producer. There he is, that ornery old guy, the wheel. And parameters galore. We're going to be spinning for project, colors, element, and random. First, we're going to talk about a few vetoes. That means a veto means if we land on a vetoed item, we will spin again. And the wheel cannot make us do it. Usually, you can still do it if you want. Use that vetoed parameter if you want. But he can't make us, and we kind of like taking the power away from him. So the members this week, what did they vote for project? They do not want the wheel to dictate. I saw it coming a mile away. A9. That's a big card.
I don't know what that is.
It's an 8.5 by 11 folded in half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a biggie. And there's a lot of real estate. But it's great for like big dies or big stamps. Some way to use it. For colors, what don't they want to do this week? String of Lights, Modern, Crisp, or 1950s? Well, we're Crisp. That's the second time in a row. See, these are randomly chosen by the choices are randomly chosen by the computer, but you guys, our members, get to vote what is going to go off. So Crisp it is not getting the love. You know, though, once we get it, we're going to have fun with it, and it's going to be beautiful. But Crisp is off the board for the night. For Element, what did they say? No. In the Sky, Whoa rhymes with Og or Suits. Suits got a big half.
I agree.
You don't like
No
that one?
suits.
There's quite a bit you can do with it. But
As a general statement, I get you can get around it, but as a general statement, I agree.
Oh, you don't want to wear a suit?
No.
I was thinking maybe that would be Paper Gan's attire.
We'll see.
A tux? Or the gala night? Ooh, you look good in a tux. We'll try to work on him, won't we? So anyway, Suits is off. And for random, what will we vote off? Stencil, metallic or foil, brown paper. Ooh! Oh, whoa! This is way off. Why don't we like lists? Is it because there's too many lists in our daily life? I don't know, but it's off. We won't worry about it this week. Maybe we'll get it.
That's the most lopsided one we've ever had, I think.
It's pretty bad. Like Stencil got 1.
1%, yeah.
Yeah, 1%. So and the other 2 are below 10%. List, you're not very well loved. This is the time we ask our guest. Would you like to veto something, Miss Justine?
Yes. Okay. I would like to veto the bookbinding card.
Bookbinding card is off the board. I will have to show it to you sometime, but it really is simple and you'll probably love it. But it's,
not at 2 a.m.
It's right. Exactly. Let's just make it easy. Last week, Lydia was saying no fancy folds. And then we got Zoe fold. So yeah, sometimes the wheel listens, sometimes not. If we get guest choice, which is number 1, you get to choose from those columns what you would like. So, what have you chosen?
From the columns, what have I chosen? I chose Card for an Influencer,
Number 13.
Starry Night,
And kind of sing that one. There it is, number 15.
Rhymes with Og, because that's so fun, and Stencil.
Number 7. Okay. Rhymes with Og. What rhymes with Og in your nog right away?
Cog and Dog. I don't think I have a hog stamp, but there's lots of Ogs.
There are so many Ogs. I thought so too.
A dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have, when you teach Montessori, do you teach rhyming? You work with things like that? Or is that,
we have some rhyming stuff. Yeah, for sure. It's usually the little ones like those ones.
It's fun. It's fun to rhyme along. So, all right. Well, if we get guest choice, we know what we're heading for. Let's give this guy a warm up. Oh, now we're getting them all in the chatterbox. Hog, blog, bog, frog. They're all coming in. For project, will we get Card for an Influencer? Nope. A fun fold card. Will we get some Zoe folds by option? For colors. It doesn't have to be a fancy, hard to do fun fold. We will talk about it. Number 12. Oh, it is vetoed. So no, we would have done crisp otherwise. So let's see. Will we get Starry Night? Maybe. Number 11. Nostalgic. Ooh, we had that antique card. That was kind of nostalgic. For element, depends on how far back you want to go. For element, number 14, blanket. Okay, we're going to talk about these things. By the way, we have nostalgic, but if you think of crisp colors that are nostalgic, you can still do it. That's how that veto thing works. For random, you're not getting any of your choices, I'm sorry. Number 21, buttons. Buttons. Yeah. Somebody had buttons on it. Oh, that vintage card had buttons on it. Well, let's talk about this. You go ahead and think while I give my speech. This is a challenge, and so you're all invited to play along. So listen up so you know what to expect. This is going to be your art project. This isn't a teaching show. We're not going to tell you how to do anything. We don't have special projects for you or any projects in mind except for those 4 parameters. And we'd like to see what you artistically express yourself with those 4 parameters. Your card can be, it is a card, yes. Your card can be very simple and classic, like you saw some of the cards in the Achievers Parade. Very classic. You would have seen similar cards throughout the decades. Great cards. They stand the test of time, or they can be very complicated and interactive. It's your choice. It's whatever your kind of deal is. Plus, there's all that space in between. You can take each one of those parameters very literally, like blanket, and you can make a blanket out of paper, or maybe you have a piece of blanket that is a scrap and put that on your card. You can do that. We're going to talk about more ideas for blanket in just a minute. Or you can take it very interpretively and say, oh, a blanket of snow would be pretty on a card. So you can use those words in different ways to get different artistic expression. We are good. Let's see. Yes, that's it. We're good with kids playing along with us to our most senior citizen crafters and craftettes. We're good with everybody in between as well. We don't have any limits. We just ask that you do the very best that you can and stick with those parameters, and do keep it family friendly so I don't blush when I see it in the gallery. I appreciate that so very, very much. Is there anything else I need? Oh, it needs to be handcrafted. 1 card per person. Now, I've given you some time to think. What is in that nog of yours? Fun fold card. Do you have a go-to fun fold card?
Usually
Besides,
I do a gatefold card because it's just one of those ones I don't really have to like look up the measurements and how to make it.
right. Fair enough. Fair
So
enough.
I
It's
can
2 in the
do a
morning.
gatefold.
I might do a bookbinding so you can see it.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. And then nostalgic colors. How far back do you want to go in with nostalgia?
Well, I was thinking, I'm not 100% sure because I got to check my supplies, but I was looking at blanket, I was looking at buttons. I'm like, okay, baby card might might fit that theme really well. So nostalgic. I mean, you can do some pastel colors or yeah.
It could be generally nostalgic, kind of faded maybe, or it could be
Yeah.
nostalgic to you. So
Oh, this is true. Nostalgic to me.
Because nostalgic to you would probably, it could be like Kelly Tebow says, 80s neon.
Right? I was gonna say
Yeah.
80s just throw up of color. Yep.
Those nylon jumpsuits. But it wouldn't, but maybe it's the 50s, maybe it's the 60s, far out kind of retro look colors. You can HEY Google that and get, I see your color blocks back there. I don't, but HEY Google also will give you some pretty good ideas on color palettes if they don't come straight to your head. The other thing is on colors, how many colors do you think you use on an average card? Like 4, 5?
Probably like 3 or 4. I try to
3
keep
or
things
4?
pretty simple. Yeah.
So you don't have to think of a whole lot of them.
No.
I think sometimes we go infinity colors and that's why we panic. But nostalgic, just think of 3 color combinations that would look lovely together for your project. Blanket. So you're thinking baby blanket. That's brilliant.
Mhm.
I
I mean,
like
you
it.
could also say like I'm blanketing my card with embossing powder, right? I mean, it could really go any
someone
As
in
a
chat
verb?
said I'm a blanket of ink on paper.
As a verb. That's pretty smart. Yeah.
So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. It depends on if I can find my baby stamp. I think I have one of them.
That's what Ardith would do. She would blanket the paper with ink.
She would.
Mhm.
She would. She would just swipe, 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 swipe. Yep.
Yep.
Swink, 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 swink.
Swink,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. So blankets could be, blanket is one of those words that can be multiple things. It can be a literal blanket, or it can be a verb or adverb or whatever, or not adverb so much, but adjective. So however you see blanket, blankety blank. But we need to keep it friendly. So blanket anyway. Buttons do not have to actually be like real buttons.
That's good.
Think phones have buttons. Right. Phones have buttons. It can be a paper button.
Mhm.
It could be a belly button. If you're going to do a baby card, the baby would have a belly button. Yeah.
This is true.
Underneath a blankie. There's other buttons though besides just like the actual buttons. Cute as a button that's right, sire, could be actually in the sentiment too.
Mhm.
So you could do we might have some really different things going on here. Piglet from Winnie the Pooh in a blanket. Piglet in a blanket. That sounds a little hard for me to handle, but that's okay. Yeah, those are good ideas. You've got 6,000 buttons to choose from, Christina. That's a lot of buttons. But I think the button thing is just, the only thing I don't like about it is postage. They're so bumpy. So, but you could make little you could blanket some paper with embossing powder and then stick some holes in it and make it look like a button.
Mhm.
And then you'd have several things covered. Yeah. What do you think you'll do then? You think you're going to look for that baby stamp?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look briefly. If I don't find it though, I'm gonna come up with something. I'm liking that whole idea of it blanketing with embossing powder. I don't know. That's popping in my head right now. Gatefold card is in my head. And nostalgic colors, I'm not sure yet. I think it depends if I decide on the baby theme or not. How I'll interpret that one. And buttons.
Right.
I don't have any real buttons, so I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do for that.
Yeah, even a couple layers of cardstock in a circle
We'll
with some
figure
holes.
them out. A circle die and a pokey tool will do the job, right?
At 2 a.m, it sure can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've got some ideas. Are you comfortable and ready to go?
I am.
Okay. Then we will take a quick break and gather some things while you enjoy this word from whatever I don't know what the word will be, but I hope you enjoy this word. Upcoming. We'll be back ready to craft, we hope. Thanks, guys. Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Once upon a time, in a land of glitter and glue, there was Mary, who had lost her crafting mojo. Desperate, she called the one person who could help. Doc! Mary asked for one of Doc's brilliant inventions to save the day. Doc sprang into action, her lab a whirlwind of creativity. With a cry of, "Great Scott!" Doc unveiled her masterpiece, the Craft Roulette Creative Companion. She called Mary, and with a touch of movie magic, handed over the book. Mary was stunned. The book was incredible! Out of nowhere, Biff appeared to cause trouble.
Give me that book, blockhead!
A flurry of stamps sent him packing. Mary quickly explained the wonders of the book, showing its many secrets. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a project sketchbook designed to accompany creators along their journey through Craft Roulette's weekly challenge and its many adventures. Use it as a project planner, an idea bank, as a journal, or any combination of the three. Each spread has room to record all the essentials of the Craft Roulette challenge. There are 100 spreads in each book, plus some extra room to sketch and make notes. The Craft Roulette Creative Companion is a collaboration with Trinity Stamps. To get yours, check out the video description for more information.
Mary, let's get back to the craft.
Well, I've got some ideas. We'll see how this goes. But so I've got this cute little bunny. He's got an egg, but we're gonna pretend that's just his tummy. And then a bookbinding card is like if this part were stuck down, and this paper is kind of thick, so it's kind of unruly, but if it were stuck down, this part, and then this opens up, so it'd be like a book kind of thing, or if you had it the other way, and it would be sliced up there. But what I was kind of thinking was if these little guys could be inside the bed, this would be kind of like a little bed with a blanket on it, and then it opens up and it has a little sentiment. And they're in bed. I don't know if that's going to work at all. But we're going to do something along those lines anyway. They could be even folded up, you know. That can be folded up. They can pull down the bed covers. Kind of works in my head. It kind of doesn't. But we'll figure it out. We'll just do something. And then if it doesn't work, there's always Saturday. Yeah. I'm going to push this down. I cut it down from an A2 to an Ardith square. I saw Ardith there she is. I saw Ardith here, so I thought, I'm going to do an Ardith square. And that is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So, yeah. So that's that. I guess I could use paper. I pulled out some 1950s kind of retro baby kind of colors. And, you know, I don't think they did use yellow, but it was like mustard, crazy, in-your-face yellow. So maybe I'll find some paper that I could just use as a blanket. And then something that looks good. That may make my evening better. Yes, I love the Ardith square too. I love the Ardith. So, that's what I think I'm going to go. We have a...
Justine is ready. I'm going to bring her in.
Okay, let's do it. And do you have a better idea of what you're going to do than I do?
I definitely got nostalgic colors, and I've got the fun fold down, and then I had baby in my head, so I think I'm going with baby. And then I got to figure out buttons and blankets still, but we'll figure that out along the way.
Actually, I'd forgotten the buttons, so good. I just said to myself, why don't I just use some pattern paper? So I'm just going to bring some out to make my life easier, because it is 2:00 in the morning for you, and I don't want you to have to stay up that's kind of pretty little pattern paper. I don't know that I want real girly stuff, because I only have a boy baby. JD is... Now, Justine, I don't know if you know about this game. There's a sub game at Craft Roulette, and that is when I say JD, everybody gets to eat a bite of chocolate. So after I come back for crafting, they want to hear what's going on with the JD. So, so there you go. I got him in there a couple times. He's doing great. He is going to come over tomorrow and watch a little football with us. So I'm happy about that.
Nice.
We're training him right. With that, you know, baby blankets aren't the same as they used to be. They're more bright. So that might be kind of a cute and bright. A little starry baby blanket. Okay. I got that stuff. We'll go with it. So were you busy when I was talking about the bookbinding fold? This is all it is. It's not any harder than that. But generally, when you have an A2, you have a nice square to work with. And then you have a nice place for like a vertical sentiment or something. It's a sweet little thing to have in your ideas stash.
Definitely. There's not too many cards I haven't heard of before, and that was one of them. Then I Googled it and nothing really came up. So I'm like, oh no, we got to beat out that one.
Fair enough.
Oh, and before I forget, Justine, there was a question from our German viewer about which part of Germany you are from.
I am now moving to Bavaria, so I am near the King's Castle's Neuschwanstein, very close to it, the big famous Cinderella castle. I just live around the corner.
That's so cool. We live close to a mausoleum. It's not nearly as cool as a castle.
It's pretty cool though.
Well, it has big lions and stuff. But
I was just trying to do math in my head at 2 a.m. and I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing that right. Oh, look, not too bad. Not too far off.
Sounds risky. You could hurt yourself.
We have a disclaimer for math that is done on our show, so you're fine.
Well, see, I'm a math girl, so I it's weird for me to not be able to think. My brain's too tired.
I can't claim it. It's too hard to do math at any time, but in the nighttime, absolutely not. Is it not a... No, go there. So, yeah. So, if this is like the... But... Oh. We're going to be fine. We're going to figure this out. Doesn't have to be... So, if I combine a book binding card with a fold down card... Oh, what will that be called? Hat trick? Getting kind of like a Russian doll. I don't. Nice little silky right there. Hi, Tamitha. The bunnies are from Trinity. So, that's cute little critters. Trinity will be at Paper Ganza as well. As one of our, Amanda will be teaching with Tanisa. That'll be a treat. All these people I talked to for years and have never met. It's very fun. I got to meet one of our viewers, Gloria Davis, just last night. We had never met 3D. We'd met 2D, but never 3D. And so when she got a picture of us and she squatted down because I look so short next to her. So tell me about your summit. Can you do that without hurting yourself?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I don't want you to do math and get hurt with everything.
Yeah, so I decided to host something that I've been wanting to host for a really long time. So if you follow me on YouTube, you know that I'm generally 90% of the time all about using the beautiful supplies that you have. We have so many of them. They're absolutely gorgeous. And so I decided to put on a summit. We have 23 instructors and 28 presentations and an interview with Sarah Renee Clark, who's the inventor of the color cube. That's pretty cool. So we have speakers like Tiffany Solario and Mary Polanco and Ardith and Laurel Beard and Karen Tamir and Sam Calcott and all sorts of crafters anyway that are coming together to teach really all about using your stash. So they're very general themes like color combinations and card layouts and choosing a focus, not getting overwhelmed by your supplies. And so that it doesn't matter what supplies you have at home, you'll be able to craft along. And Ardith is going to be teaching a class all about, how she does her lines. So how she copies a card she sees online without really copying it. So all about, how to get inspired and then how to interpret that with what you own. And that's what it's all about. And you can sign up for free. It's next weekend, actually, January 24th to the 26th. And you can get it at stashsummit.com/free. If you want to grab a ticket, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
And it's free to attend on the weekend. And if you want replays, or you can't make it that weekend and you want access to all the live events, we have like crafting together events and some fun things like Ardith is putting on a class and all that stuff, then there's a little upgrade you can grab after that if you want to grab a paid ticket. But yeah, so I love to always have opportunities for, any budget, any supplies, and we're going to have a blast. Over 10,000 people are signed up. It's going to be so much fun.
Wow. That's a bunch.
Yeah. It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited.
It's good. About that. Well, I don't, this was not what I was going to ask you about that, but I thought of this earlier. You and I both were close to my heart consultants at one point.
You were? Mm-hmm.
Were you surprised to hear about them when they shut down?
I don't think I was so surprised, to be honest. Yeah, I think, it's a very sad thing. I mean, it's a big part of my history with crafting.
Right.
I think that it's tough times right now, and I know the CEO there, she had health issues and all that, and I think sometimes good things come to an end, unfortunately. But I'm curious to see what all of the close to my heart consultants are going to do now, and
Yeah, we have two of them that will be joining us at our event as our helpers, because I know they know the stuff because they're good that way.
Yeah,
they've been doing it a long time. I know what they've been exposed to, and they're going to be great friends to help us out. But it was heartbreaking for them.
Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah. It was such a big part of what I did. And if I was living over here, and that's why I kind of had to stop, because I couldn't get stuff over here. And, but it was like, I remember just the big sense of community, kind of like what you have here on Craft Roulette. That was kind of the big thing, was, you had the forum and you had the chats going, and everybody loved the same things. And it was just so nice to have that.
Yeah, we'd get so excited about the new catalogs and everything.
It was like Christmas morning. It was so exciting because it only happened, twice a year or whatever, or once a year at some point, and depending when you joined. And that was so exciting. I missed that excitement.
It was fun. It did have a very special part of it was the excitement of the new things, and what was coming out and what we could get.
And then the convention. I went to one convention. I don't know if you ever went to one of them, but
I did.
It was so fun.
It was fun. Standing in line. Were you like one of the people that would stand in line at the door for first day?
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. That was the mosh pit.
I was such an awkward thing, because I was like, I think I was 19, maybe 20.
Oh my,
you were young when I went. And so I was just like the youngest one there by far. But there were people. I may have had a young body, but I was 96 at heart. So, I'm an old soul.
That's cute.
I'm an old soul.
So do you think, how about, I know you do videos on kind of controversial things, such as is card making dead? What do you think about the young people in card making? You hear a little bit both about I don't want to work on screens all day and then work on screens at night. I want to break. I want to do something with my hands, paper, that kind of thing. How do we reach that generation? Because they're always on screens.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see, how that's going to be. I feel like a lot of people are getting back into this kind of stuff. I know a lot of my friends are like crocheting and knitting or doing that kind of stuff, and sewing and going back to like homesteading and all that kind of stuff. So it's I'm hoping card making is also on everybody's list. I want to get cards in the mail again.
Right. We have lots of cards that move around Craft Roulette.
That's amazing. This was the first year I didn't send Christmas cards in a long time because Canada Post was on strike. And right up until about a week before Christmas, and they would have never made it in time anyway. So I'm like, I have my Christmas cards written for next year. So when you said they had missed them, I was like, oh, well, that's nice to know they're appreciated. Send one back.
Yeah. Well, do you think you intimidate them and they think, oh, but I don't make my cards?
I don't know.
You make them better?
It's the thought that counts.
I just like them.
And I like to open up something that's not a bill.
Isn't that nice? Or just an advertisement. We get a lot of advertisements. We don't get so many bills anymore. But we get, I get great advertisements though, like for false teeth. I get a lot of those, and funeral homes and nursing homes, all those great things. They want me. I don't want them.
Ardith says she's just starting to get Christmas cards from the UK now.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, Ardith is getting one less card from me this year, that's for sure, but I'll send 2 next year maybe. And one day I'm going to get my act together and send people birthday cards, but there's so much pressure.
I think birthday cards are easier in some ways than Christmas cards because you don't have as many a month. Christmas cards, you have, wham, so many. And, and all the addressing and all the boring stuff that goes along with it. Getting it to the post office and all those things. But birthday cards are... I separated my Christmas cards.
Because I have to remember to send them 10 days in advance. So I think I need to put like an alarm in my phone for 10 days before and then their actual birthday. And then I'll be okay.
Well, we have quite a bit of birthday card exchange that goes on in Craft Roulette's membership group. And nobody has ever complained about, we don't say what day it is. We just say what month it is. So, and no one has ever said, it wasn't on my birthday. They get them all month long and they love it. So I don't think it's as bad to send them late or even the day of. I'm thinking of you because it's your birthday. I hope it was great. I don't think that's bad. Maybe it is, but don't tell Emily Post or Martha Stewart about me. But that's how I don't think anybody minds.
Never tell Martha.
No, never tell Martha. Martha, I am Martha's nightmare.
As am I.
I don't think she'd do I wonder if she's ever done a YouTube show in her pajama bottoms, you know?
Martha in pajama bottoms? I mean, well, I'll do a show with Snoop Dogg, but I don't know. That's a whole other level. Pajama bottoms? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something to consider. I'm going to have to look more carefully next time. Maybe she does. Maybe she yearns to be us.
Maybe.
If only I could do a show in my pajama bottoms, it would be really, really good.
After watching her documentary, I don't think so.
I don't watch too many documentaries anymore. I don't like
Never meet your heroes.
People. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I don't think that's one of them you'd want to meet.
That is a good point. Look at him just sticking his little head up. He's going to fold it up. He's going to go under the blankies.
Buttons, eh? I gotta figure out something for buttons.
These guys have belly buttons. I'm thinking they do. Maybe a very, very light gray belly button. They're going to probably have one.
I'm always losing my Misty magnets. I'm sure everyone can relate.
Aw. have a way.
Okay, so for our card exchange on our members platform, I have a system set up where we rate limit, and then we monitor, but we don't monitor when you look at someone's address. So you have to opt in, and then once you're opted in, you can only see other people that are opted in, and we rate limit how many addresses you can see a month, but we have over 11,000 clicks, which we call commitments for cards sent.
That's a
So
lot.
I would guess we have
cards.
about 10,000 cards sent
Very, very
through
impressive.
our card exchange.
Wow.
They share them on our Facebook group, and they'll get 30 and 40 a month. I mean,
Oh,
and
wow.
it just makes they're so happy. Cindy Corny Dog Elkins still talks about how happy it made her. I think she wouldn't even mind getting to be a year old twice a year, just because she got so many fun cards. It was just such a delight for her. Allie Cope says that she sent 12 this month. Well, you've probably had pent up card sending mojo there, because you live in Canada and you weren't able to send any cards.
True.
Boink, ba-doink, boink, boink. Oh, they are cute. Look, I got it. It'll be how it is. I've got some questions for you from our lovely members.
Okay.
And we'll start with Hat-Trick Smith, since we've spoken of her several times. She says she loves your product line. It is
thank
very
you.
lovely. Tell us a little bit about that, and then tell us what inspires you to design new releases, because you kind of touched on that a little bit, but go ahead and expound if you want to.
Sure. Well, how do I put this? Because for me, I'm all about, using what you have, right? So it's a little bit weird to have a product line, right? I completely admit that. So I have it very sporadically, 3 times-ish a year now, where I come out with some things that I feel are missing in the industry, or things that I feel I could do maybe better or improve the usability on them, if that makes sense. So I noticed there's 0 wedding things on the market anymore. And so my next release is wedding stuff. And so it's really cool, because I never thought I would have a product line. It was never in the cards for me. And then Craft Stash is where my product line is. It's a UK one-stop shop. It's like Simon's the Stamp of the UK. And they approached me and said, you don't have to draw or anything. You just tell us your ideas. We'll get a graphic designer to design them for you. You approve them, and then we come out with them. And so all I have to do is make videos and make fun cards. And I enjoy that part a lot. So yeah, it's called It's Just Paper, because it's just paper. Don't be scared of your supplies, right? And that's what I do.
That's great. You don't have to, you just give them the idea. Woohoo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That is coasting, but how pleasant.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. It's pretty low commitment, which is what I like, and because I have so many things going on.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need another full-time
You don't need another
panic. Another full-time baby.
Yeah. So it's good. I enjoy it. It's fun.
So they've got little Humpty Dumpties. That's what and they've got little belly buttons. The Humpty Dumpties too, because nobody really knows if Humpty Dumpty is an egg. We just know he falls apart.
This is true. Everybody's got egg in their head for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what those things are called. There's a word for it when you think that happened, but it didn't.
Oh, yeah, I bet I'm sure. I think I've heard that word, but I have no idea what it is.
Trying to remember. I can't remember what it's called.
But I think I have a lot of it. I've had experienced it a lot in my life. I think it's a busy mind kind of thing to think. Look at those little. think this one needs to be another swipe. Swink. Swinkity swink.
So, my lovely craft roulette chat people, if I were a die cutting plate, where would I be? I just kind of threw everything that I had with me into drawers, and I'm trying to remember where I put them. I might have to figure out a different
I'll read
way.
off the best answers.
Sounds great.
On the floor. Okay.
No.
Beside the die cut, on the desk, under your chair, in the microwave,
Up your sleeve.
under the hoard of
I like
paper,
my sleeve in the microwave. I think I can roll those ones out at least.
right
I
in front
found a
of you,
plate from another company, so hopefully this works.
under your paper trimmer, under the mat, between the wall and the desk, in your suitcase, in the trash,
With your magnets
in
from
your
Misty.
machine, on your slipper,
Oh, that's a good one.
under the dog, in a pile of stuff.
Under the dog, that's a realistic one.
The last place you look, under the Misty,
Yeah,
on the
last
printer.
place you look, always.
I have a feeling that people can relate to my loss here.
Same place missing socks go.
Right? Where do they go?
And Tupperware lids.
Cat is laying on it with the baby.
Well, the
You guys have
cutting
some
plate from the other
experience.
company worked, so yay.
Oh, good. Good. So this little set has this little cute saying that says sending squishy hugs.
Oh, that's cute.
So I want to get that inside. I may end up
More
finding
cute
some
sentiment.
more buttons too. Speaking of die cutting machines, Linda Veal asks, "What is your favorite die cutting machine?"
I think that's a question. It's a fueled question. So I have the Platinum 6 from Spellbinders. That's the one I use. I like it better than the Big Shot. I feel like it's got a little bit of a tighter grip, and I like the universal plate system. It makes sense to my brain. Not saying it's going to make sense to everyone else's because my brain's weird. And so I like that one. If it's an electric machine, I like the Gemini Junior, but 2 of mine broke. And so therefore I now have the Sizzix Switch Plus, and it's too big, I find, but it does do the job as well. So that's my long answer. And I think I realized over the years, I'm starting to get to know myself a little better, is that I don't like noise very much. That's one of the reasons why I kind of went back to the manual machine, as convenient as the electric machine can be, especially if you have like hand issues or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you
I
like
don't
the
noise.
the videos that have just the sound of the?
I do like those.
You do?
I don't know if I like I do like those ones because they're like calming sounds, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like the electric machine is just like the crunch of the I don't know how to explain it.
Instead
It
of
sounds like it's gonna break.
"Ah."
Yeah, I don't no. Not a big fan.
That's funny. It's funny what. See, I go into the kitchen now and I hear myself doing those sounds. It's like they're super loud to me now. When I'm getting like the Cheerios out and the paper just is so loud. It's like, I never noticed the Cheerio thing being loud before those kind of videos without any sound except for the noise.
It's true. I've made a couple of those videos. They're very difficult to do editing wise. Anybody that does those, like hats
Oh.
off to them because that is so much more time consuming than a long form video.
Oh, well, no, thank
And I
you.
can't listen to anything or I can't watch TV or anything while I'm doing it, which is no, thank you.
Correct. I bet. Right, you
I
gotta
like to
make it
listen to my
work for you
podcast.
because you won't do it otherwise. Oops, I just my card.
Mhm.
Smudge your card. I did it. smudge it twice. I'm double dipping. I'm an overachiever. I wonder how I guess you just leave that and then it's surprise. I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. Well, that was I think everybody has their likes and dislikes about each machine.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just really a personal preference, kind of like ink. It's just it's a personal preference. Some people like some things, others don't, and
There's room for a lot of styles. Do you ever do watercolor or anything?
no.
Oh no, that was a definite no.
I mean, I like the idea of it. And it's not like if I heat emboss something and I'll put some watercolor in it, then okay. But it's a rare technique that I'll dabble in. I just feel like that's really one of those things you got to work on. And I'm not a practicey girl.
It's got to be easier or forget about it. But that's good because a lot of people are in that
hobby
same
I'm going to collect and it's going to sit in a drawer for a really long time. So
that's I'm sure very relatable because it is a hobby and it's got to be easy and enjoyable. Not something to have to study too much. But
those are things like when I go on like if I go home for 5 or 6 weeks or whatever, that's something like I would think of taking with me, either like colored pencils or watercolors, because it's just an easy thing you can bring with you and work on kind of if you feel the need to be creative during your time away. That's when I like to work on things like that and just to see if I like it. And then I determine from there kind of thing.
You sketch, well, you don't draw your stamps, but do you sketch them at all or kind of preliminary?
Sometimes, but not usually. I actually started, and I never used to do this. I started sketching out my cards for those releases because back before I had a baby, I would sit down for like 2 straight days and make like 25 card examples and then I would be done. And now it's really hard to do that. And so what I've been doing is at night, I've been sketching the cards out, what I think I'm going to do with them so that when I sit down, it's like, okay, go time. And I get them all done.
Yeah, that's
that I've been enjoying lately. I never thought I'd be a card sketcher, but it's fun to make them in my brain.
Yeah, kind of breaking it down to make it happen. You have to adjust.
Exactly. And it gives me a very goal-oriented craft time where I usually end up with something at the end. So that's good.
Yeah. And you stay engaged. Plus, once you have something like that done, then your brain can kind of take over and go, now this would work with that. And you can kind of let it rest and simmer. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unlike Craft Roulette. Let's see what you're doing. Let's get a catch up on what card you're doing with your card.
I wasn't sure if I was going to color, so I just decided to add some spots to my kitties. So I created. So hold on, where I forgot my cheat sheet. So I have a gatefold card.
Very good.
That's my fun fold. I created a little belly band for it too.
Nice.
I love a good belly band.
I know.
And I am going to poke some holes to make these buttons.
There you go.
My little embellishments in a second. I should have done that before I glued, obviously. Afterthoughts. And nostalgic colors. I decided to stick with like a brownie, vintage brown, like a vintage photo. And blanket, I decided to add this because he's kind of cuddling like a blanket with his mom.
Oh,
he's blanketed by his mother.
Sweet. That's a cute stamp.
It is. I haven't used it yet, and I was like, "Oh, this is perfect for the inside of the card." I think it's kind of like, for my personal taste, it's too busy for the front of a card, but it works nice on the inside. So perfect for the gatefold.
Yeah, gatefold's kind of like, I got a surprise for you, and it's inside, and it's gonna be great. So yeah.
Oh,
baby.
The baby's up. I can hear him.
Oh no.
My husband's turn.
There's a question. Is that kitty stamp set yours? Camp stamp set, Justine, or
Nope.
somebody else?
That
Okay.
one is it Pretty Pink Posh? Yes, Pretty Pink Posh baby animals.
Oh. Critters are always good.
I don't have too many, but I have a few, and that was one of them. So
And
I
just
always
in
need a
time.
good baby stamp.
Great little handy thing to have. Oh, I could put some buttons on here now. I don't have to. Oh, I could button up the top maybe. So you have to unbutton it. That sounds kind of ambitious. They'll bet. They'll bet. Paula Rice asks, is your access to supplies limited in your area? Her dad's side of the family and her husband's family are originally both from Germany as well.
Oh, okay. It's gotten better over the years. It's hard to get some companies, but it's definitely gotten better. There's a few, like one in Belgium that I order from quite regularly that have a lot of the American brands. But it's hard to get the ones that are like don't sell to one-stop shops, like Tailored Expressions, or that I really like. The Ton Stamps is another one, the Stamp Market, because they don't sell elsewhere. And then the shipping, just ship even like a stamp and a die is like over $50 half the time.
Yeah.
And then once it arrives here, I have to pay at least 20% in taxes. So it's always, it's a lot. So I rarely order from overseas anymore. So yeah, it is and it isn't.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I have to say, I have so many stamps and dies that are beautiful and waiting to be used. So I try not to focus so much on what I don't have and try to focus on what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And if I am missing something, then I try to design something similar.
Make it work.
Yeah, make it work. I think I'm pretty close to being done.
That is good. I'm in a pretty good place too.
Is there a
trying to figure
time?
No, there is not.
No, we
We're
are
freeform.
ahead of our normal schedule, but we are conscious of
Your
your time and your time zone.
Well, I appreciate that, everyone.
But you can take your time. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
I'm pretty close to being done here. So I'll throw this belly band on and see if I need to add any sparkle. I want to add sparkle, but I don't think it fits.
Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
Okay.
Jay Thomas said he really enjoyed your interview on the card making community with Lindsay Wyrick. Congratulations on that. He was curious about trends that you think might be happening in 2025 for card making.
Trends.
You talked about the death of card making, the changes in card making, how you've seen the evolution and such. So what do you?
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of thing?
I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see. The death of card making was more of like a capture and interest title. I really do think that more people are card making, was what I said in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that people are buying less.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was kind of, and the economy and things like that are all playing a role in everything. And so I think we're going to see a lot more trends in that sense, a lot more, using what you have, which I think is going to unfortunately see the trend of a few companies still that are going to leave us in 2025, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And then there seems to be companies that are getting a lot bigger. I mean, that's interesting with Spellbinders acquiring Hero Arts, and they've already acquired quite a few lines. So that's interesting to see. Mm-hmm. And but as far as trends go, I think the better press, is going to continue rising in popularity now that so many companies are making better press plates. Mm-hmm. I think hot foiling will still be here for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think a lot of it's going to be too, though, just using what's in your stash. So I think it's going to be pattern paper, like using up your pattern paper, lots of videos like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think those are my
kind of
theories.
a big one. Yeah.
I was hoping to see, because
love
in
pattern.
a couple of weeks, there's the big creative show in Frankfurt. I was hoping to go, but I won't be able to go this year. And usually I can pick up on a few trends there, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's see.
Yeah. Size-wise,
like to
do you think like Slimlines made their splash?
Yeah, I think those are going to slimline heaven.
Mm-hmm.
As far as supplies go, I think, like, I've made slimline cards for years
Mm-hmm.
without needing specific supplies for slimline cards.
Right.
So I think, like, the idea of the slimline dies and things like that are kind of going away, but I'm not sure if slimline cards are going to go away. I mean, I don't see too many of them, to be honest. And then
No,
I'm
they're hard to
hoping
photograph.
people are going to have more fun with fun folds and interactive cards, because Laurel Beard and I might be doing a summit that has to do with fun folds and interactive cards. So those are fun.
Those are fun. Got one
Drop
right
a little
here. Got one right here. I do not know how this is actually going to. It doesn't matter. It's my card and it's going to be fine. But because nobody's ever going to get this card. But how you're going to know to pull that down? But it really is. Maybe it just stays down.
You'll have to put maybe like a grommet or something that can attach to it with string or something.
I was thinking about that, but I think that's above my abilities. So I might just.
You'll need to
pull it
employ
like
some
that.
German engineering. Is what you'll need to do.
Go Audi on it. Yes, you could put an Audi on a card and say it's a belly button. An Audi or an innie? I don't know. That's too much. But okay, I think we're gonna see if we've hit these parameters. A fun fold card. I did a bookbinding card with a flap. Who knows? And then nostalgic colors. I kind of pulled from, well, the corals and I think these could have been, I don't know. I'm kind of nostalgic for, I like these cards, these colors. So I'm nostalgic for them. The blanket, I've got blankets for covering the little tiny darling bunnies. And that's their little blanket sheet. And a button, I put one right there. And also their little toys have buttons on them. So that's my card for $250. Yes.
Done.
1980s, yeah. And let's make sure you got them all so the Deputy Heidi doesn't come get you.
Okay, so I've got a gatefold card for the fun fold.
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgic colors. I used a vintage brown, and then the kind of like the newspaper layout kind of reminded me of nostalgia too, even though it's not technically colors, but I pulled that in there too.
Uh-huh.
I've got the cat being blanketed by his mother, and then I poked some pokey holes in my little embellishments, my little die cuts here to make them buttons.
Turned out cute. You make it look pretty easy. 2 in the morning.
So are those belly button bands? Is that how those are belly buttons on a belly or a belly band?
They are.
Okay.
It's done. She did it, guys. She did it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and crafters and craftettes. Well done. Let's let you rest just for a minute, but don't go to bed yet. We're going to come back and say goodnight and have another lowdown or a little more information about your summit coming up and classes coming up in your membership group. So stay tuned.
That's good. Thank you.
All righty. This one's pretty easy. This will be a good per gallery. This is easier than Zoifold, even though it has a fun fold, but it doesn't have to be hard. You saw Justine just whip it out like crazy. Bookbinding, Z folds, Joy folds, all of those things are really easy to do. You can do it. Make sure you use those four parameters to send in your card. You have till Sunday night at midnight Central Time. On craftroulette.live, there's a submit form. Make sure you get that done. Or if you want 4 extra luxurious days and the benefit for us that you support us and keep us on the air, you can become a member. Next week, we have Lori Craig. I'm looking forward to her. She's the Olo girl. Donna Lewis has never joined us, but Michelle Lupton recommended her, and Michelle Lupton is Mark girl, so I want to do what she says. Nima is one of our members that I have gotten to know, and she's a darn good talent. She will be joining us. And then Jay Thomas. It's going to be our Valentine on Valentine's evening. So don't worry about getting dressed up. He won't care if you dress up for Valentine's or not. He's going to be our date, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftheads. Then after that, Amy Wares will be coming back. I look forward to seeing her. It's always fun on Friday night with Craft Roulette, and it's more fun when you join us. A Valentine. These are the members we speak about so very many oftentimes during the show and other things because we depend on them. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't have a show live. It wouldn't be here. We would just stay and watch Netflix on Friday night. And this is better. Silver and above, remember to tune in after the show so we can see you on our Zoom call, spend a little time with you and talk about Craft Roulette, all those things, paper and ink and Stampy and parameters and such. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Make sure you spend a little time on craftroulette.live's membership group because there's a lot in there. There's some good stuff. And you can even make comments on fellow members' gallery items. So that's fun. That's fun. Check out the card exchange too. It's a humdinger. Humdinger. Thank you guys. See you soon, guys. Here it comes. Here it comes. There's that confetti. That always means giveaway time. And we got some good stuff to give away. So let's start with a Krog. If you sent in a card last week, your name is eligible to be on this list. And Mr. Producer will spin it. And wherever it lands, it will highlight so we know who it was. And we'll give away a Krog, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. Craft Roulette original giveaway. The most coveted prize in the Crafterverse. Oh, it's slowing down. Oh, who is it? Who is it? Oh, sweet Andrea Crafty Tafty 2. Congratulations, Andrea. That'll be nice. I think I have your address, but you might want to claim that anyway. There is a claim a prize form. Please use the same email address that you used to send in your card. So we recognize you as the rightful winner, and it won't open until the spinning is done. For a Craft Roulette goodie bag, Natalie Ranger, maybe not in the United States. If you are not, sweet Natalie, I will send you something. So if you are in the United States, though, I'll send you a goodie bag. Make sure you claim the prize anyway. For a $25 May Made It gift certificate, she's always got something cooking up in her shop. And did I tell you, she's going to be on our anniversary show. So I'm excited to have her in March. And hopefully everybody will be well. Sylvia Torres, congratulations, Sylvia. Sylvia makes so many cards. She's a member, and she also makes bonus cards almost every week, and probably every week. And she just really fills our gallery with inspiration. A relatively thoughtful gift certificate Sally will send it all over the world. Akela. So, and it's 30 pounds, but it's 30 pounds as in money in England. Not 30 pounds of stuff. Congratulations for a VIP card making stash upgrade ticket from Justine. I know y'all love to go to these classes and summits. It's really a nice thing to be able to have an upgrade. Tara Giles. Congratulations, Tara Giles. Happy for you. Have a good time. Enjoy every second of it. For a $25 OLO. What did I do on this list? For a $25 OLO gift certificate. Who's going to get it? I think I took something off to add something. I'm having issues. I just want to make cards and be happy. Liz Sundine. Congratulations, Liz Sundine. Make sure you claim that prize and I'll get you fixed up probably on Monday. when everybody goes back to work. For a Your Paper Insider, good news, they are going to be in our swag bag as well at the Paper Ganza with a nice little gift. Oh, let's see who's going to get a box of Your Paper Insider stuff. It does need to stay in the United States. Anita Vasquez. Anita, congratulations. Don't know, I can't remember where you are. We'll find out. Make sure you use that contact form, claim your prize, and let me know you want them. I'll get to them Monday. Congratulations all. Make sure you send in a card this week so you'll be on the list for next week. Let's bring her in. Say goodnight. Oh, good night. Are you so sleepy? Are you going to check on little guy?
He's crying, so yeah.
Oh,
I think I'm going to be up for a little longer.
Oh, no. This is so sad. Tell us
That's
quickly
okay,
then. Class is
real
coming up. Oh, go ahead.
fast. I just want to say Debbie Oren says, I want to thank Justine for introducing me to Craft Roulette. And
Aw.
Debbie has been here a lot. So she
She's a
came from your camp, so thank you.
Nice.
You're
She's
very welcome.
super interesting woman. Very fun to get to know. So thank you. Class is coming up in Summit. One more round. Before
Yeah,
you go
sure. So if
further.
anybody wants to grab a free ticket to our Create with Our Card Making Stash Summit, you can head to stashsummit.com/free. We'd love to have you there. And like I said, 23 instructors, 28 amazing presentations. You can watch all weekend long, come craft along with us, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be super fun. It kicks off next weekend. And don't worry, the evening events, I think you'll be okay to still watch Craft Roulette. So.
Phew.
And
Good form there.
yeah, so we'll host you there. There's tons of crafters. It's a great community. It's all about using your craft stash and using all the amazing
It'll be
supplies
fun.
that you have. And we're going to be creating some beautiful things.
It'll be fun. You've got a great lineup. I saw them.
It'll be great.
Great lineup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's going to be great.
We'll be looking for you in 2025. I know you won't be still. That's not your nature. And apparently it's not your son's nature either. So thank you so much. Big kiss on the nog that rhymes with og. And we will see you soon, Miss Justine. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Chatterbox.
having me. I appreciate it.
Good night. We'll see Silver
Good
and just
night.
and above in a second. Mr. Producer, well done. Let's let her go to bed after she sees her son. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.